What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from Post Rock Promo. I'm here with Spyros from Sidus from Athens, Greece. How's it going?
Yeah. Hey man, good. Nice to meet you.
Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it.
Yeah.
So when and how did you start up Sidus?
I initially started the first songs that I wrote like by myself, and I didn't call it Sidus back then. I was just calling it my personal project. Was in 2012, and yeah, I started writing some few songs. The first song I wrote was Stellar Sky, and it's included in the debut EP. I started recording actually in 2017. I was really into searching sounds, like arrangement, and trying to have the best compositions I can have. And then I brought the songs together and started recording in 2017. It took a long time for this process too. 2020 was out the first debut. Yeah. So it's a long process, but it's very fresh, as a band, as a project. Yeah.
Very cool. So you just released a new song, Pale Dot. How's the response been?
Yeah. It's pretty positive. People really liked, I think, the new elements that I introduced in it because they have a lot of synthwave, I think, vibes also, with electronic aspects, and it's also kind of connected with the concept of the song also. Like all this Voyager 1 and the Pale Blue Dot thing. So it has a more sci-fi touch in it musically.
Very cool. So who'd you record it with, and how's the process?
I did it home by myself. I recorded everything home. I produced it home, but I had to help. I mixed it also. I had a help from a Greek producer that he's really is one of the top in Greece actually, and his name is Steve Lado, and he helped me a bit with the mixing too, and he also mastered the song in the end. But like recording and picking sounds and producing it was I did it home.
Very cool.
Also, the drums were recorded by my good friend Natso, and he's living in Zurich. Yeah, and he did it in his studio, in his home studio there. The recording of the drums.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're from Athens, Greece, but you live in Berlin, Germany now. How are the music scenes there? Do you have a favorite local bands, favorite venues?
Yes. The Berlin scene. Yes, it's for rock music. I don't think that it's the strongest one you can find in Europe, to be honest. For sure, there are many stuff to attend. I mean, there are many concerts. Everybody from the big bands are passing by Berlin when we were allowed to do concerts, of course. So every name that you can imagine, small bands, big bands, they're passing by Berlin. So for me, that was very inspiring when I was here, because in Athens it was not the same. But still, from local bands, rock and metal music, which I enjoy, I haven't seen many action a lot from local small bands. I think it's more focused in electronic techno music. The alternative scene here, it's mostly techno music. But for sure, there are many rock bands and metal bands. One of my favorite, I don't know if you can call it small. They are not a small band for sure, but I really love the Ocean, which are from Berlin, and also some Sarah Blues Experiment, I think, another band that I really like from Berlin. Yeah, which these two bands I think are my favorite from around.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So who are your biggest influences?
Yeah, my main influence in general in metal rock music, I believe it's the Deftones. The Deftones are the band that really made me, the first band that I heard when I was 13, 14, and I really fell in love with. Lyrically, music, so much emotion, huge riffs, amazing productions, and that really got me drawn into it. And I think I still have some vibes and elements from them, influences, even if I play post-rock, which it's not really close, but I still have the feeling, I think, in my songs that you can see some Deftones elements. But otherwise, from this, all the great post-rock and post-metal artists like God is an Astronaut and Mogwai, for sure, one of my favorites. If These Trees Could Talk made me realize that I can also do some more metal stuff inside, the songs, not only delays and repetitive riffs so much. and Leech. I don't know if you know this band. They're from Switzerland, and
Never heard of them.
yeah, they're really good. They had a song I don't remember now. It has the word hammer inside there, but yeah, they really inspired me. Yeah, they have great moments. You should check them out for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So if you go on tour with any of those bands, who would it be?
It would be for sure Mogwai. I believe that they're really good guys, you know, like dudes that you want to hang around, and I would die to ask them many stuff that I have in my mind about, you know, about composing music, and I know that they're going more into the cinematic side of it now, and doing collaboration with Trent Reznor, and yeah, I think that's the main band that I would like to do. And then yeah, Leech or Hubris will be one of the bands that I would like to tour, also from Switzerland. That they're good. They're not so huge now, but I think in the future they will become more big. Yeah, mostly Mogwai though. I think they're a great inspiration. They're
Good
amazing.
choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Great band. They're coming to the States next spring.
Nice.
So I think I'm gonna look
Don't miss
at
it.
getting tickets.
Yeah, don't miss it, please. Have you seen them live?
I've not seen them live.
Yeah, I've done it twice. It's a pretty good experience.
I've heard they're
really
amazing live.
live.
I've also heard that they're really loud too. And I'm in the
They're
earplug.
very loud. Yes, they're loud. They're loud. They can be very mellow and trippy, but they can also be aggressive at some point. That's what I really appreciate in their music. I really like this contrast.
So now I'm gonna ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you. I did this with other bands and artists I interviewed. Are you ready?
Yes, yes. Please. I'm an open book.
All right. First one. Favorite movie?
Oh, American History X.
That's a good one.
That movie really touched me. I mean, I'm sensitive in the human rights subject. I think it's very important for life, and this movie really showed me, like I felt it, you know, in my guts, all the racism and everything that happened, and they really did it in a raw way, but also it has a nice ending. So for me, it was really liberating. Let's say this movie, it's really stuck in my mind, and I watched it kind of young. I think I was 16 years old or something like this, 15, 16, maybe 17, and then it was really, really, yeah, intense for me. That's
You're
my
gonna
favorite movie.
learn a lot from that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also the acting is great. I mean, I love Edward Norton also in
Oh,
general.
for sure. I thought he killed it in that movie.
Yes, yes, perfect.
Best vacation that you've been on?
Wow. I would say I made a trip in Zambia because of my PhD program, and we went there for sampling some rocks. I'm a geologist, by the way. And I saw a completely different world there. I learned so much from the people. You know, I had time to self-reflect, and I really experienced nature a lot because we took tents and we just were camping in the free wilderness, and we wanted to sample rocks from waterfalls and stuff. So it was really virgin, you know, there it was nothing organized. I met so many great people. I ate such a good food also there, very tasty, and yeah, I really make it like self-reflect in the way that I was like, okay, I kind of compare my life that I'm used to in Europe with people that they are living with really less of what I am using every day in my life, and that was a nice way of me to be more humble in life and thankful for what I have, and you know, try to have a different perspective in the world in general. Yeah,
That's awesome, man. I had a similar experience in the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
I went down to the DR with my wrestling team. I wrestled in college. I went down there with the wrestling team my sophomore year in college, and we provided clean water for them. We got to train with their national team, and it was really eye-opening because a lot of people there live in tin houses and they sleep on dirt, and they're just super grateful for the life that they've been given, and it really made me humble and made me very grateful for the life that I've been given. And it was definitely one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Yeah. No, for me also. I mean, I believe, I mean, I saw people asking for me, for example, to give them the orange that I have in my hand, and then they took the orange, they thanked me, and then they continued playing football happily there, and that would be their meal for the day, for example. And I'm like, okay, that's I am a bad person, you know, kind of like self-respect. Not I'm not judging a lot or something, but it's just not a nice way, I think, to realize that we are having, yes, we are living a privileged life right now, you know, and we should be thankful about it.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
So if you go back in time and talk to one world leader, who would it be, or person of influence?
Wow, one world leader. Oh, I would go. Yeah, I haven't thought about this. That's a tricky question. Um, because I can go also into a bad leader and try to make him change his mind. Like Hitler, for example, would be a nice thing that everybody wants to go back and kill the baby, or you know, like try to prevent everything. That would be one choice. But also Abraham Lincoln, for example, is a great figure that I guess many would like to meet and talk about it. He's very inspiring, and what he did, I think, is all the struggling and the work that he did for the human rights and liberating people from slavery and stuff like that. I think that's a huge yeah, contribution to how we are living right now. You know, that's the thing. Yeah, this would be my choice, not his.
So if you had $1 million and you could donate to any charity, which one?
Charity. Oh, that's also another good one. It's tricky because I'm not I haven't think about where would I spend it $1 million in a charity. Um, Probably it would be for immigrants that they're coming from war zones in Europe and in general in the world. I think that that's a huge issue and matter of modern society, Western society, and still the government and people are not really welcoming them. And it's not only about welcoming; it's like treating also like they are humans, and that provides them the chance of a new life, because nobody wants to get, you know, away from their homeland, but they have to go away from because of the war. So yeah, I donate into organizations that they are helping, aiding these people to get back, to integrate them better in the new society, and also educate more the European privileged people in order to accept them more easily. Yeah, that would be my choice now.
All right, man. Last question. What are some places in Berlin and Athens that visitors should check out?
Okay, so Athens and Berlin. What should visitors check out? um, in Athens, I would say everybody should check the classical sightseeing areas, like Acropolis is something that everybody needs to check. Even if you are not a sightseeing person, I think this is something astonishing, and it's yeah, it's great. And then there are so many areas with small bars and you know, like places that you can just eat and drink at the same time, which I really appreciate and I love. You know, friends coming together and people are very open. You can talk with everybody, and it's a very loving experience around. Um, Also, I would say that yeah, there are many places in Athens. Like the seaside is also really nice, like in the south of Athens, the suburbs. And there's a place called Sunio also that it's not tremendously famous, but they have an ancient temple of Zeus there, and the view is amazing with the sea, and you see everything. Yeah, it's great. From Berlin side, I would say also Berlin has a great nightlife, and it's very similar to Athens. So clubs, if you're fond of techno music and electronic music. I think that it's the mecca of this in Europe. They have the Berghain, that is a great club that everybody can visit. It's a bit difficult to access in, but once you get in, I think it's another world. You know, it's a very unique experience. So yeah, the clubbing side of Berlin is great, and then I would say also they have such great lakes in Berlin, around Berlin. They have many lakes, and you have access to it very easy. With the bike, you can bike 30 minutes to an hour, and you go to cruise to the lakes, and you are very close to the nature. That's why I really like Berlin.
That's awesome, man. You'll have to take me to those places when I get over there.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I will be the tour guide for sure.
Sounds good. Well, I really appreciate you, man, coming on and chatting it up a little bit. I really appreciate you supporting me in Post Rock Promo.
Yes, it's. I also believe that you're doing a great job over there, and I think it's in the future when everything will start again with the concerts. I think that you will be a key person also, because you are really passionate about it and you really care about also small bands, which is rare, I think, in our time now. It's really good. Thank you.
I really appreciate that, man. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon.
You too, man. Nice to meet you, and then we'll chat again soon.
Right back at you. See you.
Ciao.